understand friendly microorganisms, means benefits which we are encountering, which we are, getting from microorganisms. We have many benefits. Okay, first benefit could be that it is used in preparation of food, food items like curd, bread, and cake. You know, in form, it could be in cake, you use yeast for baking, something like that. And microorganisms have been used for production of alcohol, and the process is called, fermentation. You'll learn in the upcoming part of the chapter. And they're also used to cleaning up the environment by the process of decomposition. What they do is they break these organic waste into simpler substances. These substances are harmless and usable substances, and this thing is done by microorganisms. A bacteria, it is given over here. Bacteria is also used in bacteria, and fungi is also used in, you know they are used in preparation of medicines, like you'll learn about antibiotics. And for soil fertility, we have biological nitrogen fixers, blue green algae, and rhizobium. How they fix also you will learn in the friendly microorganisms. First, we'll understand preparation of curd and bread. Now, if you remember, in the rod-shaped bacteria, there I was talking about lactobacillus. Now, this lactobacillus, it promotes the formation of curd. It multiplies and it converts the milk into curd. Okay, when it multiplies the milk, it converts that milk into curd. Okay, this is how you obtain a curd from milk. Okay, this is how you obtain a curd from milk. For this, what do you need? You need a microorganism called lactobacillus. Similarly, it is not only with curd, but we can use it to make other food items, could be bread or could be cake and others. Now we learn about yeast. Now, I told you guys that yeast is used for many purposes. It is used in baking industries, and even in beer and wine industries, alcohol industries. Now we'll understand that. Now, yeast reproduces rapidly. Okay, but in this process of reproduction, it produces carbon dioxide. Okay, in this, sorry, a mistake to be noted, yeast reproduces rapidly and produces carbon dioxide during its process of respiration. Point to be noted, I told you guys reproduction by mistakenly, it is respiration. So in this process, what happens? Bubbles of the gas fill the dough and it increases the volume of it. Okay, that's the reason we use this for baking purposes. It is used in baking, it is also used for making breads, cakes, and other things. Now, when we talk about commercial use of microorganisms, for commercial use, obviously we have yeast in our list at this number one position. I told you it also, helps in the production of alcohol by the process called fermentation. Now you're going to learn that process in this particular here, in this particular paragraph. So what happens is, this yeast converts the sugar. Now you have a sugar over here. You convert it into alcohol with the help of a substance called yeast. Now this process is fermentation. Here, we have molecules like glucose which broke down anaerobically. They are broken down anaerobically. Okay. Now, like most broadly, this fermentation is a foaming which occurs due to the manufacture of wine and beer. It is nearly 10,000-year-old process. And this yeast is grown on natural sugars of which is present in greens. Okay, natural sugars which is present in greens. A very important point, guys. These are few hardcore questions. We just ignore it, but read these things. And now, who invented fermentation? Fermentation is actually invented by a person, Louis Pasteur. He also discovered a process called pasteurization along with fermentation. And this all, he discovered fermentation in 1857. Now, how to remember this year means simply remember Revolt of 1857. When was it? 1857. Even Revolt of 1857 means Louis Pasteur. Something like that, you just remember. And medicinal use now. I told you guys that microorganisms play a very key role in the preparation of antibiotics. Okay. Now, what are these antibiotics? These are there to, destroy or slow down the diseases caused by bacteria. Okay. So now we have few antibiotics here. Streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin, penicillin. These all are made by, bacteria and fungi. And also Alexander Fleming in 1929, he made penicillin. Now we'll understand antibiotics, what like we should only take antibiotics on the advice of doctor. If you take it at a high amount, and if you take it unnecessarily also, in the future when you need that antibiotic, you don't get it. Okay, it doesn't be effective. And when you take it in high amount, whatever beneficial bacteria you have will be destroyed with this antibiotic. Yeah. So this is just for this part 2, and the part 3 will understand, will learn how vaccine works and other few benefits of microorganisms, and in another part we'll learn about harmful and nitrogen fixation. I hope you like this part. Thank you. Signing off, Agastya.